Hey guys, welcome back to the Confirmant RM YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day getting ourselves back into another 2-minute technicals video looking at Bitcoin. And as you can see, today Bitcoin rolling back down, hitting the 0.5 and the bottom side of our trend line here, and getting itself back above, holding above the 702, but kind of getting wedged between that and the 786. The better question for all of us now is, what are we going to see Bitcoin do? So you see, I extended it outwards. You can see that, it high and then retraced and prior for a break, like a retrace again, but held, flew back up, set a kind of higher high, I guess, and kind of in conjunction to the previous one here. So what we're looking for now is our continuation from this point. You can see volume is dwindling here on the 4-hour. You can see it is over here as well, dwindling kind of sideways. And we just broke support earlier today around 12 o'clock Eastern time. Tried retesting it around 1600, which is around 4 o'clock, and now kind of breaking below it. And unfortunately, we see what usually happens at the course of hitting a high, hitting a high, hitting a high. You can see usually even at the lowest point it comes down here to around that 39 at least, before kind of coming up for another one. You see it falling down, coming back up, middle, and then so what I'm going to be looking for here is either a continuation a little bit further down to the downside here. But let's see, I'm curious to see if I were to throw some sort of trend line across the bottom of these RSIs. Let me see, across the bottom. I guess it makes sense, it just bonked its head there. So what I'm looking for at the RSI is to see a bounce come in off of this 40 and us to get back above this kind of mid trend line here, or we're going to wind up kind of retracing a little lower to around that, like this 39 region again, to this 30 to 40 region right here. Because that's what usually happens. I mean, usually we see a large knockback, especially out of this sort of volume. Usually you see a large knockback. I was, kind of hopeful earlier in the day, earlier in the week when we had our retracement here to a 60. We were holding above a 1 fib right here. You could see that we had some good volume, but now we have lost it. So now it's kind of like the sideways minutia thinking of where does it stop for a low, which looks like that this could be at play for us, like this this retracement downwards. Usually this isn't a well, it was kind of like a pennant, but at this point it's turning into a ascending triangle like this, more sort of like that, and that comes out to around next week ending. But if it were to hold this, but you have to keep it in the back of your head, the fact that we're kind of adhering to something more like this, failed attempts to break out, and then I would say at least a retracement back down to 29,170 could be at play, back into the boxed region, lower the box, retesting a breakout region right here. You can see right there around the 702, 29,152. That is just in case it decides to push further downwards. These are just my thoughts. Let's go to the 1 day. See how the 1 day is holding up. We'll go like this. We'll delete off of here. It's got a little bit more kind of playing out here on a 1 day. You can see we just broke bearish on the 1 day, a solidification of the bear trend after having a crazy kind of ride up here since the 19th all the way till the 1st of July, around 12 days of just constant upwards trend for it. So for me, even on a daily here, you can see our high over here in December, our fall back down, our retracement, fall back down, capitulation, and we tried researching back up, and now to me it feels like it might have to come back down for a little more consolidation, because even if we wanted to throw like some sort of fib on it, you can see exactly how it works out here. You can grab these out, you can see it getting its rejection here right at the 702 right there. You can see numerous, isn't it weird? It's really weird how that works, point one, sorry, at the 1 here, coming back down, flying up to 618, falling to the 0, flying back up to 702, flying up to 702, falling back down, holding that sort of 236, and then come back up to the 702. So in my theory, what I would wind up seeing happen here would be at least coming back down to at least a 51, because we're sitting up here on 72. I would say at least a 51. You can see it doesn't really like to stay there very long, but if I were to say if anything, I would stay back here around this 40. So I would say like kind of meandering into August, and then that would give us right into September, that sort of move. But at the moment, that's just a thought process on the table. It doesn't obviously have to happen like that, but just a thought. It's just a thought. But I'm going to keep that on the table for now. We're in the middle of this trend. We still have until this weekend. As you can see, putting it into a daily perspective, you can see that the decision's made by Saturday, Sunday, what it wants to do, whether it's going to push down lower or push down higher. You can see that it wants to push up higher, but the RSI is definitely showing us that we're getting rejected by the 702 here. So unless it were to pull some hopium out of its pants there, that's what we'd see to the upside. But I'm just giving you that perspective. For reversal, I'm going to be looking for getting back above, for me, a reversal will be indicated by around 30,800. I would say right around there, getting ourselves there, and then really around 31,000. But 30,800 is what I'm looking for a reversal. For a breakdown point, I'm looking at around 30,052. That's what I'm looking for. So those are kind of like my my stop loss, just guess it's just in both directions. So that the prices I'm looking for, whether I'm going to go long or short. But I hope you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember, none of it's financial advice, just my personal opinion, and I'll see you guys on the next one.